Hello, everyone. Good evening. It is Braun Moxley. How are you guys tonight? I'm just going to be straight up honest with you guys. I don't have a subject, so I thought I would just come live and drink Red Bull and smoke cigarettes one after the other. That's my plan. If you guys, hold on, I better not sniffle. I might have just done a pill. Anyways, I'll let you guys pick the subject. If you guys, you tell me. Hello, One Mama. Hello, Stella. How are you guys tonight? Just straight up, no subject. No subject tonight. It's just, we're going to free ball it. I'm going to drink Red Bull and smoke one cigarette after the other. Because that's what makes me happy. Yeah, I fucking love it. Happy Friday to you, Trouble is Pat. Hello, Diane. Hello, what now, Jeannie? Claire Bear, haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Dodie. Honey Badger. And I decided also, since you cannot believe everything you see on YouTube, that my subscribers had fell off. I was no longer monetized. I decided to put my subscribers back up for the world to see. 4,119, almost the highest they've ever been. Wow, holy shit. And everybody said I was losing my subscribers. That's why I hit the button. Oh my God, no, I didn't. It's good to see you guys. Hello, Emma. Glad you finally caught alive. So you, Tracia, Christy. I know I'm a rebel, Christy. I'm a rebel without a cause. So I need to find a cause for my rebellion. I know, Claire Bear, isn't that awesome? 4,119. And I'm going to see if I can get it to go higher tonight. So let's see if we can do that, guys. I want you to go next door, steal your neighbor's phone, and then I want you to subscribe to my channel. Because that's just the way I am. Don't have a subject. I do know that I did see that on a sadder note, really, I think it's going to be a pretty good Friday night. But before all that, I did see where the mom failed to produce her children. And I just find that interesting that, if you're responsible for two children and they're missing, how you can just walk away from that. But anyways, we're going to roll tonight because that's how we roll. Hello, Ange. Are you going to kick down their door? Oh, he's a sheriff. Oh, don't do that. I don't want no sheriffs on this channel, guys, because with all the illegal shit I do, I don't want no sheriff subscribers, believe me. Thank you, Diane, for having your cat subscribe to me. Has anybody got anything they would like to talk about? I was going to just take the evening off, and then I realized there would be so many people, and I'm not talking about you guys, my loyal subs. I love you guys. I'm talking about the haters. They would not have anything to do tonight if it wasn't for me. So you're welcome. You're welcome from Ron Moxley. Well, thank you, Angie. I'm very happy. I started to walk away, and then I thought, I absolutely love this shit. So I'm not walking away. Not walking away. I did put a thing on my Facebook page, and I need you guys to help me on this. It says, if you see anything said about me on the internet, please add to it. We want to see how big we can build this. Who wants to come help me replace my toilet and floor in my bathroom? Oh dear. Let's give them something. Yeah, I did see that, Kennedy's. Me and Kel was talking about that earlier. And you know, Kel's, she's under, me and her, we actually do disagree on a few things. And she was saying, you know, there's nothing about that that's accidental, because the person, you know, buried her. And I thought, well, possibly, because if it was an accidental overdose, he might have panicked, because if he's on the sex offender registry and he's a convicted felon, he's going to think, holy shit, I've got to do something. I'm going to get blamed for this. I need to get rid of the body. That's my opinion on it. Kelly's opinion is a little different. If she wants to type her opinion in, it's a little different than mine. So what I thought I would do is I thought I would come on and drink Red Bull and drink and smoke one cigarette after the other while I sniffled all night long, because I just got done snorting a bunch of pills. This is an entertainment channel, guys. Entertainment. I'm here to entertain you, and that's what I'm going to do tonight. Yeah, opinionated. That's you know, part of what Kelly's opinion on it was. How do we know how do they know it's an accidental overdose? You know what I mean? I don't see how, unless there's some sort of evidence, or if they believe him. Maybe he submitted to a lie detector test and passed it. Who knows? But the thing about it is, and this is something I always say, is with lie detector tests, there's a reason they're not admissible in court. And see, Kelly there says he thinks he gave her the stuff. And that's a good possibility. That very well could be. In my opinion, I think he panicked when she passed away, and he buried her. That's what I think. That's my opinion. And you're probably right. Somebody said up there, they said the medical examiner probably has a better idea than us. Very good point. There's a reason they have that job and we don't. Okay, I didn't know that, Kelly. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, that's true. I don't want an organ from a murderer alleged also. Well, you know, Christy, Will, it's good you say that, because we put up a poll on my Facebook page on how would you feel about knowing your organs came from, for instance, someone like Fotis Dulos. Would you want to know? Would you not want to know? And that's very true, opinionated. And now I know I've told you guys about my past addictions. I'm very open and upfront about that. And it's with me, and this is just how I feel about it. I know I'll never go back there. And there's a reason I'll never go back there. It's because I haven't forgot where I came from when I was in that low position. So we'll see. And you haven't missed anything, Baxter. We actually just came on about 8 minutes ago. Yeah, that's another thing I was going to check out. And hello, Sujaces. I know who you are, Stephanie. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, so I'll just call you Stephanie, if That's okay. Deadbeat junkie, not much. Hello. I don't know, Emma. That's somebody else had that question last night, and yeah, Avery, we are. She was in here last night, actually. We absolutely are. Oh, you did, Mary? Well, you want to share it in the chat there? Oh, Lordy. Yes, Mary. Share your live with us in the chat, please, if you like. Well, join on up, Christy. You're welcome to join if you stand by. Well, Kelly and Sarah have been taking care of the Facebook page for me, so I don't want to share that link and then they have to go back and delete a bunch of people that I added. So I'm just going to leave that alone and let them deal with it. Please keep Heidi in the news. Yeah. I see now. Okay. See, I'm a little sometimes what you call a little slow, Kelly. I get it now. She made it to the live. Okay. I got you now. Hello, Fran. How are you? Hello, Heidi Nicole. Opioid and meth is also a speedball. Isn't cocaine and meth also a speedball? I'm not sure. Hello, Just Jojo. How are you tonight? Glad to see you here. Megan's hearing is in 3 days. I think that will keep the interest alive and hopefully the remembrance of Heidi Moore. Yes, I agree. It is called True Crime Files. True Crime Files, Christy. Hello, Joanne. How are you tonight? Cocaine and heroin is a speedball. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I've never done heroin. Okay. Christy, did you see what Kelly just wrote? Message me or Kelly first because the group's been made private. Hello, May. Hello. Hello, Dodie. Yeah, I got off of the opiates before heroin hit the area. Heroin is very prevalent in this area now. Because we don't want to be found deadbeat junkie. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's a lot of people who make fun of me, and I love it. Hello, Hurricane Holly. I like your name, Hurricane Holly. Are you category 5, 3, 4? What's the deal? Christy, she said to either message me or her first or Sarah because the group is actually listed as private right now. No, the Daybell kids did not appear yet. One of the, I think Kelly said that one of the older children made a video and released it. But other than that, no. TGIF to all of you guys. Carolina girl. Angela Lassiter, how are you tonight? Lynn, love and light. TGIF. No, the True Crime Files wasn't private, but it is as at this moment. Deadbeat Junkie, we are freeballing it tonight. We have a no narrative. We are just rolling with the flow because that's how we roll. Yes, I'm in great form tonight. It's been a good day, a great day, actually. I found out so much stuff about myself. I know myself better than I've known myself in a long time. And my subscribers are almost higher than they've ever been. Oh, you was actually able to reach Fotis suicide note, Stephanie. Is there any way you can share that here? Kelly says it's temporary, private, and you can't even find the group if you search for it. So, no, that's all right, Emma. We like the French language here. All right, I've already got 8 thumbs down. I like that. See if we can get more of those. We've got 8 thumbs down. Let's see how many thumbs down we can get, guys. That's what we're going to play opposite day. I want to see how many thumbs down I can get tonight. Okay, Stephanie, do you care if I share it on here, if you put it on the Facebook group? I mean, I'm sure you don't if you're going to share it to the Facebook group. I don't see why you would care if I share. But I do want to ask you first. Just make sure it's all right with you. Oh, I'm not, Ange. I promise I'm not. I'm in a really good mood today. I'm just in a great mood. A really good mood. Great. I love it. 8 p.m. Central Time, so that'll be 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Hello, Eileen. Welcome to Alive. You got that right, just JoJo. It is a fight every day. And believe me, Ange, no, I don't even watch. People send me the stuff, but I don't watch. Yeah, I do find it funny though. Call bullshit. Did y'all see the swatting calls made to Green Bay Wacky last night? It was atrocious. No, I didn't see that. The swatting deals is going to end up getting someone killed, and they need to make an example out of somebody who's done that. They need to give them a long jail sentence. That thriller movie about the evil eyes that you were looking for, I think, was called The Eyes of Laura Mars. Okay. Well, thank you, Ange. I appreciate that. We're good, Angie. How are you tonight? Sorry, I don't know. No comment. No comment. back and posted on Facebook page. Okay, I'm going to go grab it. And we will see what is up with that. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to share the screen. Thank you, Fingal UK. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to share the screen, and then we're going to go read this. I'm probably going to have to save it and then blow it up. Give me just a second to get it pulled up here. It's not wanting to cooperate with me. Okay, I believe here we go. Okay. So it says all. If you are reading this, I am no more. I refuse to spend even an hour more in jail for something I had nothing to do with. Enough is enough. If it takes my head to end hair, so be it. If it takes my head to end this, so be it. I want it to be known that Michelle Trachomas had nothing to do with Jennifer's disappearance, and neither did Kent Mahoney. I ask the state to let them free of any such accusations. I also ask the state to stop harassing my friends, Andrea something and Ann Curry. They are honorable people. Please let my children know that I love them. I won't do anything to be with them. I won't do anything to be with them. But unfortunately, we all have our limits. Okay, I would do anything to be with them, but unfortunately, we all have our limits. The state will not rest until I rot in jail. My attorney can explain something happened with the bag on Albany Avenue. Every else a story fabricated by the law enforcement. I want to thank all my family and friends that stood by me through difficult times. Above all, Anna Curry, I am sorry for letting you down and not continuing the fight. Okay, so, that was a little bit hard to read. Thankfully, it wasn't somebody in the new generation trying to read that, because it was written in cursive. And had someone from this generation had to read that, it wouldn't have been able to do. Because as we now know, they no longer teach children cursive writing. So, with that said, so, and I agree with Kelly, that handwriting, and don't take this the wrong way, but it did look more like a woman's handwriting than what would be a man's handwriting. Maybe somebody else wrote it for him. Who knows? It's hard to say. But the handwriting was really neat. But now I've also seen handwriting by a man that is very neat. So that's a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Shit. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But, we can't say that because we would actually have to see other comparisons to his actual known handwriting to see if it was even comparable at all. So, and a suicide not usually looks nervous. It's hard to say if he wrote that or not. It's just that whole thing all the way around, the whole scenario was so unnecessary. You've got people with that much money and real estate and the kids, and they're fighting for all of this stuff, and they've got more than enough money to split it right in half, and both of them go on their way and never have to worry about anything else again. So why not just live and let live? And that's for everybody. Me, you, everybody in here, everybody on YouTube. Live and let live. Geez. No, I have not heard Christy Will. I don't know if anybody else in the chat has. It's sweet, Bilby. That is the $26,000 question. That's why I had to come on tonight. I knew they needed something to do. So here I am. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, he shouldn't be pissed at me. He should be pissed at his woman, right? Why would he be pissed at me for? I'm not married to him. Yeah, true. And Danette, that's another good point is, will the girlfriend, does she know more than she said all along that she knew? And will she come out with information if she has it? Angie, you are so funny. I love you. Angie, I love you. Your sense of humor is great. I love it. You and Kelly keep me going. I love it. Let's see. I said we was going to try to get the subscriber count to go up tonight. That really burns people up for some reason when those subscribers go up. So let's see. Oh, it's went up one. We've got to get the subscriber count going up, guys. It was at 4119, and right now it says 4120. So I think you eyes are blue. I smile all the time. My voice is shaking because I'm scared to death right now. Oh, Carol Hankinson. That's not good, honey. Exactly. Nobody's full. Anon Anon Look into the two sisters who beat their 3-year-old brother to death for taking a cupcake. Fulton, Georgia. So sad. Holy crap. Kelly, the last thing that I've seen is that in Rexburg, Idaho, it's Madison County, and they said that it would be up to the judge if the judge signed off on a warrant for her arrest or not. That's the last I heard on Lori Daybell. And I don't know if anything else has come out since then. I have no idea. That Anon Anon, that is just unbelievable. That something like that would happen. Two sisters who beat. Now, how old were the sisters? Anon Anon. And you said they used a baseball bat. And it was their 3-year-old brother. So I'm trying to figure out how old the sisters were. $18 and $30. Oh my God. So an 18 and 30-year-old beat a 3-year-old child to death with a ball bat over a cupcake? What in the hell is wrong with this world? Hello, Tiffany. Well, thank you. It's me. I don't know what spry means, but it sounds lovely, so thank you. A 9-year-old stabbed his sister several times, yelling, "Die, die." I don't know, guys. This world has just gone completely nuts. And Anon Anon says no one is talking about this case. There'll be a trial soon. She lives in Georgia. I wonder why this hasn't been covered more then. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're not telling the truth. I just find it so hard to believe that an 18-year-old and a 30-year-old would beat a 3-year-old child to death with a ball bat over a cupcake. That's unbelievable right there. Oh, well, thank you. It's me. I guess I am spry tonight then. Kelly and Sarah, best mods ever. I'll agree with that, sweet Bilby. Definitely better than what we had. You heard me. Yeah, let me see if I can find it on my phone. And if I can find it on my phone, then we'll look it up and watch a video on it. So Fulton, Georgia. Bear with me, guys. I'm typing in this to see if we can find this case about the 3-year-old getting beat to death. Let me see if this.
And developing tonight, a child's death, originally thought to be an accident, is now being investigated as a homicide.
Atlanta police found 3-year-old Kawan Mason dead at an apartment on Cleveland Avenue on Saturday. And Fox 5's Denise Dillon just spoke with police. Denise, why are they no longer calling this an accident?
Well, because the Fulton County medical examiner just released the cause of death and says that little 3-year-old boy died from blunt force trauma. Now, I'm here at Washington Park. You can see behind me some family members are starting to gather here. They will have a vigil in just a short while to remember that little boy. Many are stunned and angry after learning his death is now a criminal investigation. Police got a 911 call Saturday, reports of a child not breathing at a home on Cleveland Avenue. The 3-year-old was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police say initially they were told that the child had choked on a cupcake. But then the Fulton County Medical Examiner released the official cause of death yesterday.
They informed us on yesterday's date that the cause of death and manner of death would be blunt force trauma. Based on that, we are conducting a criminal investigation, and we've involved our Special Victims Unit and the Department of Family and Children's Services.
And police say the child was in the home with his legal guardian and 2 other adults, as well as 4 other children Saturday, including his twin brother. Now, we will be talking to friends here, and we'll also be talking to that little boy's mother. And
Okay, so the original call came in. Now, this says this was 2 years ago, is what this video says. So, I guess this happened 2 years ago, Anon Anon. It said the call came in as the child had choked on a cupcake, and then the medical examiner ruled that he had died by blunt force trauma. And Anon Anon says there will be a trial soon. She lives in Georgia. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on this case tonight after we get off here, and see if I can find out the status of the trial date and stuff like that. I'm taking my notes down here. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to try to find out some more information on when this is going to trial and see if there's any new statuses out about it. Thank you, Anon Anon, for that information. That's just horrible. Very horrible, tragic, horrible. Or if you want, Ann says thumbs up. We're also doing opposite day, so thumbs down too. Either one works for me. Thank you. Yeah, that's a all the way around. There's no excuse for it, period. But the fact that an 18 and 30-year-old beat a 3-year-old child to death with a ball bat over a cupcake, I just can't wrap my mind around that. What were they thinking? I'm sitting there thinking, did they want the cupcake? It was a 3-year-old child. They could have took the cupcake away from the child. They probably just wanted to beat the child to death and use that excuse to do it, if you ask me. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But, well, thank you, Anon Anon. I'm glad you found us. We're trying to paddle out of the drama, where we're kicking our feet and flapping our arms and doggy paddling. We're trying to get out of it. There's just so much. It's like swimming in a bowl of Jell-O. All right. See you, Sam Kent. Have a good night. He says, boring. Again, bye-bye. See you, bud. Have a good night. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord will split you. Good night. I wonder what people think I'm going to do when they say that. Please don't go. No, Sam Kent, please don't go. Please. Stay for a little while. Oh, 18 and 20. Okay, so Anon Anon says they were 18 and 20, not 18 and 30. That's just terrible right there. But what were they thinking? I mean, they could have taken the cupcake from the child if that's what it was all about. Okay, opinionated. Good luck with that bathroom. I've replaced the toilet before, and it's a hectic job. I have no idea. Nobody's full. It is hard to say. Yeah, Jerry, very good point. Does he want a cookie or something? Why announce your departure? I agree. Why not just be, I think this is boring. I'm going to go somewhere else. But first, I'm going to announce it to the whole room. That's hilarious. You know what I'm going to do? Tonight, when I get done with the live, I'm not going to announce it. I'm just going to end the broadcast since it's opposite day. He announced leaving the room. I won't announce it. I'm just going to go. Okay, Christy, I will check it out as soon as I get off of here. Beth Wade says, exactly, Jerry de Marinville. It's not an airport. No need to announce departure. Trouble is, Pat says, we didn't even know Sam Kent was here in the first place. Ha ha. Agreed. I think I'm going to go over to this YouTube channel and announce that I'm leaving. I don't understand. Maybe it must be something for us people that know cursive writing. Seen a thing on Facebook the other day. It said in about 20 years, we will be able to, us older people will be able to use cursive writing as coded language. Angela Lassiter says, attention seeker. Very true. Kelly says, Friday evening laughs, not too boring. Interesting. I'm staying. Hello, Stella. I'm glad you're back too, sweet baby. So anyway, guys, tonight, in honor of Sam Kent, I'm not going to tell you guys when I'm leaving. You're just going to see the broadcast suddenly end. And you'll know that the live is over. Oh, I know it's me. I know. Oh, I know. They're like little chihuahuas. They're trembling. They want to attack, but they're trembling. I'm going to ghost you. Short girl says she's announcing that she's staying. Okay, short girl, here you go. She's just announced that she's staying. Small brain are bored easily. Poor baby, got no attention, focus. Oh, I think a lot of people are jealous of you. You know what? I heard it said today that my channel had lost 4,000 subscribers. So I decided to put my subscriber count back up to show everyone that they're almost as high as they've ever been. They was a little bit higher last week, I will say that. Hey, I want everybody to stay if they want to. I've seen the one that said attention seeker, Angela. Okay, so Kelly says, look up the 11-year-old boy missing from.
Just into our newsroom tonight, Springs Police asking for your help locating this young man, 11-year-old Xavier Fair. Now, the alert went out just about an hour ago. He was last seen in the 13,000 block of Voyager Parkway. As you can see there,
That's not him.
The temperature is dipping below freezing, and an 11-year-old boy in El Paso County could be anywhere.
Tonight, the search is intensifying to find him. He went missing Monday afternoon near Colorado Springs.
The FBI now is getting involved as the boy's parents make a desperate plea for help. Here's Denver 7's Gary Brode.
Gannon Stouck's parents made an emotional plea to the community, hoping someone will help to find their son. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office has now changed his missing person status from a runaway.
Just to answer Kelly real quick, Angela came on live with us one day. Chance Engelbert, he was a missing guy. I can't remember what state it was. It might have been Missouri. I can't really remember right off. But she came on and told us the story. He was walking down a country road. People were saying he left on his own accord because he had lost his job, but she said he had already found another job. She came on and done a live with us over the Chance Engelbert missing is who that was. Hello, Julia XOXO. Welcome. Beth says she's going to make a bowl of ice cream, but she'll be back.
To now being considered an endangered person. 11-year-old Gannon was last seen at his home on Mandan Drive in Security Monday afternoon. The sheriff's office says Gannon's stepmother was the last person to see him. Since he went missing, investigators say they've searched several areas but are not specifically saying where. The sheriff's office is telling us that endangered person status was made for a number of factors, including the amount of time Gannon's been missing and the dropping temperatures. This evening, Gannon's parents say they are holding on to hope their little boy will make it home.
Gannon, Bubba, little man, mommy's hero, wherever you're at, mommy and daddy's here. And we're begging and pleading for you to come home. Gannon, daddy loves you so much. Please come home.
The El Paso County Sheriff's Office says they will not be taking tips on social media. If you do know anything, call the hotline. Also saying to follow El Paso County Sheriff on social media. If you're interested in helping out, they are coordinating searches in that way. Here in Colorado Springs, Gary Brode, Denver 7.
Yeah, well, let me pull it up on my screen, Calais.
The temperature is dipping below freezing, and an 11-year-old boy in El Paso County could be anywhere.
Tonight, the search is intensifying to find him. He went missing Monday afternoon near Colorado Springs.
The FBI now is getting involved as the boy's parents make a desperate plea for help. Here's Denver 7's Gary Brode.
Gannon Stouck's parents made an emotional plea to the community, hoping someone will help to find their son. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office has now changed his missing person status from a runaway to now being considered
El Paso County Sheriff's
person. 11-year-old Gannon was last seen at his home on Mandan Drive in Security Monday afternoon. The Sheriff's Office says Gannon's stepmother was the last person to see him. Since he went missing, investigators say they've searched several areas but are not specifically saying where. The Sheriff's Office is telling us that endangered person status was made for a number of factors, including the amount of time Gannon's been missing and the dropping temperatures. This evening, Gannon's parents say they are holding on to hope their little boy will make it home.
Gannon, Bubba, little man, mommy's hero, wherever you're at, mommy and daddy's here. We're begging and pleading for you to come home.
Gannon, Daddy loves you so much. Please come home.
The El Paso County Sheriff's Office says they will not be taking tips on social media. If you do know anything, call the hotline. Also saying to follow El Paso County Sheriff on social media. If you're interested in helping out, they are coordinating searches in that way. Here in Colorado Springs, Gary Brode, Denver 7.
The temperature
7.
Okay, so and I seen your comment, Julia. I don't know if you guys seen the comment while we was watching that video, but Julia said her 3-year-old had been missing for 18 years. And she said it never gets better. So I just read that comment and I thought I would point that comment out. Because, we are, it's kind of a lighthearted evening. We're laughing and stuff. And somebody come in the room and we're joking around and something like that be going on. So, Julia, I'm sorry. If there's anything we can do for you, please let us know. You're welcome here. I try to do a live usually every night. You're welcome here if you want to be here. I really just don't know what else to say. It's just sad. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I know. As a boo. Sorry for the dead air. Just thinking. Hello, JK, TV Justice. How are you? There's something that's happening in our world right now that we really haven't talked about much. It's not really true crime, but it's a big deal right now, is what's going on in China with the coronavirus. The United Nations has released a global emergency, and then I seen today where the United States has issued a national emergency with certain restrictions on people entering the country. And I might be way off in saying this because in the past few years, I really haven't watched a lot of mainstream media news for many reasons. But as far as I can remember, this is the first time I can ever remember anything being issued like that by the UN or the United States government. And I could be way off. Like I said, I haven't watched the mainstream media news in a couple years, other than true crime and true crime channels. And then they said, of course, there is actually reported cases in the United States now. Very scary situation going on there now. It's me says it's in her state, Illinois. Husband and wife now in Illinois have it. So, we do, make a lot of jokes and stuff, but there is some serious stuff going on in our world right now. We focus on a lot of stuff that really don't amount to a hill of beans when we got things going on, for instance, like what's going on in our world right now. I was watching a show the other day on Hulu. I can't even remember what show it was. And I think it's actually the day I decided to come back on YouTube. There was a kid on there like 10 years old and said, he looked at his dad. His dad told him something. He said, Dad, in 100 years, we'll all be dead anyway. So what's it going to matter? And I mean, if you think about that, it's true. Eyes are blue. I would say there is a cure. I'd say that the government has a lot more than we know about. Carol says a couple 10 miles from her has it, and they haven't been anywhere near China. No, that's not good, JKTV. It's definitely a scary scenario going on right now in our world. Oh, it's okay, Chrissy. You can comment what you want here. It's okay with us. Pulling up this video that Cal sent me. It's supposed to be the stepmom talking to the missing Colorado boy, the stepmother talking. So let's see if I can get that to play.
The Overhead Door Company. Look for the red ribbon banner. Your assurance that you're dealing with the genuine, the original Overhead Door Company in Colorado Springs and Pueblo.
It's just a commercial. We'll be over in just a second.
OverheadDoorColorado.com and OverheadDoorPueblo.com.
You are? I am Tisha Stout, which is Gannon's stepmother.
You've been a part of the investigation since the very first time. You were the last person to see him. Is that right?
Correct.
What did you see when you last saw him?
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about anything with the case. I would more so be willing to talk about how the community needs to have faith and continue to work together and not make these false accusations, like the things that have been said that I've disappeared from the community. I haven't been there to help, but there's lots of reasons behind that.
Reasons like death threats, right?
Right. Death threats are one of them. My family's getting lots of death threats. We counted over 20 some death threats already. Two, my husband's ex-wife is living in our home, and of course I'm not coming home to do these things and to help with the family when I was kind of like told I couldn't. And then many other things that happened with the El Paso County Police Department, you know, and in doing the investigation, I was told I wasn't complying. And can I elaborate on that?
Please do.
Yes. So I asked for an attorney during the interview, and I was denied that by them. I was held because they were blocking the door, and I was told I couldn't leave, and that if I would have touched them, they would have probably, you know, said I still wasn't complying or said I was, you know, trying to run away or something. But during the interview, I asked several times, could I stop the interview? Could I get an attorney? Could I stop the interview? Could I get an attorney? I was denied. I was told I couldn't get nothing to drink. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I mean, it was continuously that my constitutional rights were violated.
And that's why you say that they said then you weren't cooperating with the investigation.
That's why they said I wasn't cooperating at that time. Correct.
And why did you ask for an attorney at the time?
Well, I asked for an attorney at the time because there was one individual, there was two really good detectives, and so I'm not, you know, going to talk bad about detectives, but the tactics they started to get when I would answer questions, they try to, you know, they're detectives, they're supposed to twist. The one main goal is to find Gannon. But during that time, some of those things made me feel uncomfortable the way they were saying things. So I immediately stopped and felt like an attorney would help me with some of the vocabulary and things like that I needed help with and understanding some of the things that they were asking.
I'm going to shift gears to what has become a huge online presence of people obviously trying to do the right thing, help find Gannon. But at the same time, sometimes it just feels like rumor mongering. Have you seen any of those comments yourself?
We have, and see, that's one of the main things we haven't been around in the public eye because I didn't want to expose my family to it if all these things were going on. You know, there was comments about Gannon getting pushed off the hike, and there was comments about this, and that's just not true. I took care of Gannon for the last 2 years in our home because his mother didn't want to do it. And I would never, ever hurt this child. And I know there's some questions out there about, okay, so tell me what happens. That's up to the investigations when they end up letting you guys know. But I've cooperated with them, even to the point that we were held with a gun. And my daughter, a 17-year-old who serves our country in the United States Air Force, who has never committed a crime or done anything wrong in her life, was put in handcuffs over the keys that was in her purse so they could take her car.
And they weren't in there?
They weren't even in her car. I mean, in her purse. And they were in my pocket.
You originally didn't even know it was the law enforcement officer?
I didn't know it was a law enforcement officer because when he came out, I guess he was putting his jacket on, and it wasn't necessarily his fault. He was adjusting and happened to catch me. But I saw the gun, and I panicked originally and kind of thought, oh, gosh, who's this guy? And then once I realized it was the sheriff's office, I was totally okay, but they still had a gun and told me they were going to shoot me. But I was really concerned about my daughter, asking why she was being detained in handcuffs and things like that, when that shouldn't even happen for a child. That shouldn't happen for someone who was standing inside of a store shopping because we couldn't have any clothes because all of our clothes were here. If we came here and got clothes, you know, we would be harassed. So she went to purchase some underwear and things like that and was put in the handcuffs in the store, you know, and then brought out with men with guns. And that's just not okay. You know, they could have approached me and said, hi, I'm with El Paso County. Can I please get this? Instead of the way that it happened.
I'm just going to check your chat. Doing great. Still got a recording. Still can hear you okay. Okay. Yeah. Sounds like we're good. Every once in a while, my mic will leave out, and I want to make sure that's not going to happen here. Okay. I should try and clarify here. Not necessarily crime rates, but the way that people are reacting online to rumors about you with the story.
Oh, yes. Wow. The rumors have gotten so bad. I pretty much have been told at least 10 different ways that these people have these conspiracy theories. I guess they watch a lot of law shows and maybe they have all these theories on how Gannon is dead. And that's what they're saying. So I'm like, why are you saying Gannon is dead? He is not dead. We are going to find Gannon. And that's the main goal that we all have. My family has. Just because you haven't seen us, we have that same goal. We've been out searching. My aunt has been out searching. My family has been out searching. We all have been doing that together so that we can protect each other.
How does it feel when not only you have a lost child you are in care of, but then people blaming you for that child not being there.
You know, I'm just ready for Gannon to come home. Most importantly, for him to see his family. But second, I am going to be so ecstatic when I'm able to say to people that I hope they have a really sincere apology for all these theories that have came out online, for all the things they said that I have done or people have done. I just want everyone to know that we're going to find Gannon. And I love him so much. I've helped taking care of him for so long.
Can you talk to me a little bit about him? I don't know him.
Gannon is so kind, and he loves to play video games. That's one of his favorite things. He loves Sonic and Mario, and you know, he's always helpful. And he was always so helpful with the dogs around the house, and we have 2 little cute dogs. And he was always like a person I could say, Gannon, can you go do this? And he would do it right away. You know, sometimes with kids we have to remind them and things like that, and that's okay. But he was so sweet and able to help anyone. He could notice when you're sick and say, "Are you okay?" And such a kind heart.
I know you just said that you can't say anything about the investigation, so you can just say something if you can't answer this. But is there anything we can hear about the hike? Was there a hike? We don't. That just seems like rumors right now.
You know what? Could we bring my daughter up here? Because she can go and say that, you know, she came home from work after the hike, and she can verify that Gannon was at our home.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me. And if she doesn't want to, that's okay. But you're allowed.
That's fine.
Sounding okay so far?
Yes. I need Harley. Because they want you to verify was Gannon at home after the hike. Because you didn't go to the hike, but you came home from work.
Do you want me to just say yes?
No, just answer the question. Yes, you came home from work, and you can verify Gannon was at home. Yeah. I told her she didn't have to be too in depth because she is still, you know, a child. But I want to make sure that someone knows that there's another person to verify that Gannon. Does she need to hold this?
No.
Yes, so I came home later that evening. I was at work, and I can verify that he was there that night.
So there was a hike that you guys went on, but then you guys came home.
Yes.
Where'd you guys go hiking?
Garden of the Gods.
Oh, that's okay. I guess we.
And then we ate Burger King afterwards, so, you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then it just was, I'm gonna go to play at a friend's house. And then it was just, I'm off to go to play at a friend's house.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to comment on that anymore, and for that reason is because some things have been turned and twisted, and you know, that was one of those stories you were talking about where people say things. We had to hear things like who would let their child go out at dark and things like that, and that's just why I don't want to answer that. If I had to give, I'm not gonna say that part.
That's okay.
Never mind.
Right.
I can take that out.
I understand that it gets tricky with stuff. Do you feel like I asked you what I need to? Do you feel like this is going to help kind of turn the tide of what feels like a witch hunt, in my opinion?
I hope. Am I on camera now?
You are
okay.
still.
Okay. I think that a lot of people can see that I'm not missing and see that I am being cooperative. But to me, it's okay that they think those things because the way someone thinks about me, I don't have a problem with that. My main thing is I would never want someone to think that I would hurt Gannon or any of the children in our home because that's just not the case. I've spent my whole entire life working so hard in education. There was even things online that was talking about my education license and I shouldn't even be a teacher. And they just didn't know that. Like we moved on a military move and I didn't finish out my contract. So I gave up my license in that state. It had nothing to do with any criminal activity, you know, or any of those things. And it just got blown out of proportion on my professional status, you know. And
do you feel like these are just internet detectives who think they know what they're doing?
it definitely is. And, you know, here's the thing that kind of saddens me. It's like, if you're going to talk about someone like that and have a witch hunt out for them, why would you even care, like, about doing those things? Because this is a child. You're telling me that you're just as mean, you're just as hateful to talk about someone else like that. That's how I feel. Like, we just should not. We should all come together and wait until the end and see what happens, because Gannon's going to come home.
Any message for Gannon?
The message for Gannon I have is, Gannon, when you get here, you'll be able to truly tell what happened. And then I really hope I get a sincere apology from everyone who has made all those things, especially from my husband.
We just wanted to add a message to Gannon from my family, is that we love you and miss you, and we hope that you come home soon. And again, I can't wait till you can come home and let everyone know that you're okay. We love you.
You don't have to change your view to change your health. Parkview Medical Center offers the latest in state-of-the-art.
Okay, so that was a little interesting. She says, I definitely want an apology from everyone when he comes home and tells what really happened. After what happened with the Shane carry out, it's hard to speculate on anything, but and then she said, am I still on camera? And then what she was, her whole vocabulary, like her voice lifted to another pitch level. And she says her husband's ex-wife is staying at her house and she can't go home. Did I hear that right? Yeah, okay, so Kelly just said it too. So she can't go home because the ex-wife is staying at her house with the father, I guess. Definitely an odd interview, that's for sure, without saying anything. I will say this, though. We have got to stop saying people are guilty when they ask for a lawyer. And it's for the reason she said. The cops wouldn't let her leave. They wouldn't let her go to the bathroom. They wouldn't let her get a drink of water. That right there is not right. She said she wanted a lawyer to help her with some of the vocabulary. The Supreme Court has ruled the police are allowed to lie to you, but you're not allowed to lie to them. We have got to stop considering people guilty just because they ask for an attorney. It's your constitutional right. I know in this day and time, no matter what happened with me, if I walk in a police station, I want an attorney. They'll try to trick you up. I'm not saying this about every police department, but a lot of police departments simply want to solve the case, whether they get the right person or the wrong person. They want the case solved. It doesn't hurt to ask for a lawyer. Don't automatically, just as soon as they say, I want my lawyer present. And don't say anything else. That's why it says you have the right to remain silent. And I will tell you this. It says anything you say can and will be held against you. It doesn't say anything you say will be used in defense of you. There's a reason it says that. They are looking for you to incriminate yourself with your own words. That's what they are trying to do. Ask for your attorney. It is your constitutional right. And we have got to stop assuming people are guilty when they ask for an attorney. It doesn't mean anything. It's a constitutional right. It's like freedom of speech, freedom of speech, press, all of those things. It's a God-given constitutional right that we have in America. And I'm not saying there's not something wrong with this interview. It definitely seems off to me. But I don't have a problem with someone asking for an attorney at all. Especially when the police are allowed to lie to you and you're not allowed to lie to them. It gives you an uneven scale right from the get-go. Molly, I'm assuming it's because she said she had received over 20 death threats. So I'm assuming that she doesn't want her face shown is what I'm assuming. And then the fact that there's something odd about I think the lawyers, if she lawyered up, they probably should have advised her not to do that interview, in my opinion. If I was her lawyer, I would have said, do not do that interview. And this is not like taking up for anything with the Chris Watts case, but that right there should teach you. And I'm not saying I think people that are guilty, you know, they need to face justice. But the thing about it is, guys, is the media is not your friend. They're not there to help you. They are there for ratings. They are there for the story. They are there to break the news. So the media will say, oh, and you know, the police will say, well, you know, if you go ahead and tell me this, then we'll be able to work with you. No, they're just trying to trick you. Don't talk. Get you a lawyer. It protects you in the long run. Even if you're guilty, lawyer up. If you're innocent, lawyer up. It is your constitutional right. It will protect you both ways. And it's good for them too, because it's just like when you record the police when you get pulled over, and they'll say, well, you don't need to record, I'm recording. Yeah, but a lot of times when something goes wrong, your recordings end up your recording wasn't working, or your recording disappeared, or it got recorded over. It just keeps everybody accountable. So lawyer up. It's your constitutional right. If people say you're guilty, oh well. And there's a reason lie detector tests are inadmissible in the court. If they were 100% or even close to that, they would be admissible in court, and they are not admissible in court. So that tells you right there, I don't understand why people make such a big deal out of a polygraph test when they're not admissible in court. If they're not admissible in court, why even take one? I don't understand that. I've never understood that. I've never understood going to jail. You know, when you're accused of a crime, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. If you go to jail before you even went to trial, aren't you guilty until proven innocent? Why do they put you in jail if you're presumed innocent? Why does an innocent man go to jail? Just some of my thoughts. So anyways, a little bit of my perspective on it. If you don't care, guys, hit the thumbs down button for me, please. We've already got 16 thumbs down. I want more than that. Please hit that thumbs down button. And I want to see what my sub count is, because I want it to go up. Oh dear, it dropped one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but Kelly, the thing about it is you would want them to take a lie detector test, but what about somebody that suffers from anxiety or panic disorder and they take a lie detector test? There's a reason they're not admissible in court. It's because they obviously aren't very, very reliable if they're not admissible. Just my point of view. I'm just saying. If a polygraph test is only going to hurt me and not help me, why take it? Hello, just for you 24/7. Good to see you. Well, because I'm doing opposite day today, Carol. So instead of thumbs up, I want thumbs down today. Either way, thumbs up or thumbs down are both algorithms within YouTube. So when they hit the thumbs down, it's as good as if they hit the thumbs up. Have I taken a lie detector test? No, I've never taken a lie detector test. I'm saying I wouldn't, though, because it's not going to help you in any way. Even if you pass it, it's not admissible in court. So why take it in the first place? Eyes are blue says it's Sam. That's why my subs dropped. Oh, God. Well, Tammy Lee in the Chris Watts case, she even told him in that room, she said, if you are guilty and you are here today to take a polygraph test, she said, that is completely stupid of you to do. And he sat there. His narcissistic personality would not let him stop himself, and because he thought he could outsmart the test, the administrator of the test, and everything. So my point is, and this is my point, my opinion, you don't have to agree. You can if you want to. If a polygraph test is not admissible in court, so it's not going to help you if you pass it because it's not admissible either way. If it's not going to help you and it could only hurt you by failing it, why take it in the first place? Just like Tammy Lee told Chris Watts that day, she said, if you are guilty of this crime and you are here to take this polygraph test, it's ridiculous. And he sat right there and took it. Hello, Kimberly. How are you? I think the same thing, Carol. I believe I would fail it, even if I was. They could ask me if the grass is green, the sky is blue, and I'd say yes, and I'd probably say I showed deception. Yeah, that's my whole point, Kelly. That's how much of a narcissist he was. He thought he could beat that, and it showed the perspective of the realm at -18, which shows how dishonest he was on that test. But for him to go in there and take that test when he knowed what he had done was just, it did not make any sense whatsoever. None. And even the administrator of the test sat there and told him that. Well, Larry, that's my whole point. Even if you pass the test, it's inadmissible in court. So let's say, for instance, you pass the polygraph test. A lawyer can't get up in front of the jury and say, my client passed the polygraph test, because it's inadmissible. So it's not going to help them either way. That's what I'm saying. I hope you understand where I'm coming from with that. So, I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I am, Cody. Who is giving her the death threats, and why are they death threatening her? Well, Carol, I think a lot of his is an act. Oh yeah, it's me, Ron Strowman. I'm doing good, thank you, Kimberly. Not much, Lady Hawk. How about yourself? Ellen says she took one to work at the county jail. Yeah, I know that in my hometown, if you apply for the police department to become a police officer, they give you a lie detector test. Yeah, Jeannie, very good point. He was convinced they believed him. I'm a chain smoker, a chain smoker. No, I could see you, Andrea. You're right there. There's just a lot of people in here, and the chat's on a 30-second delay, so you can only comment every 30 seconds. A lot of people think they're getting timed out, and they're not. This is a good one. Christy Will says, I had an ex-boyfriend swear he passed one by putting a tack in his shoe And every time they asked a question, he put pressure on the foot. Don't know if that's true, but was knowledge I didn't need. I've never heard that. I don't know if anybody in the chat can support that or debunk that. Yeah, but the thing about that is, Pauline, the jury would never know. That's why it's not admissible, because it could sway the jury, and if they're not admissible, there has to be a reason why they're not admissible. No, you're not invisible. Amanda says she's heard that too, actually, but she think it was in one of the Ocean's 11 or 12 or 13 movies. She can't remember which number. Somebody asked me one time if I watched Apollo 11, and I said I hadn't seen 1 through 10 yet. Get it? That was good, wasn't it, Lady Hawk? Yeah, other people in the chat noticed that she was using him in the past tense, saying using was, he was. Which is not a good thing. The best thing to, in my opinion, is don't talk to the media if you're even potentially a suspect in a crime, because it's not going to go good for you. Oh, dang, Andrea. Well, glad you're on the mend now. Yeah, she didn't seem upset at all. She seemed really upbeat, in my opinion. Yep, Robin, very true. That's why they're inadmissible in court. Do not talk to the media. Lawyer up. That's my best advice I can give you. Yeah, I did notice that, Christy. Will, she reminded her she did not go on the hike. Tamara says 2020 has Ted Bundy's girlfriend on right now. Oh, well, that's interesting. Lady Jen just subscribed to my YouTube channel. I just got an email notification. Imagine that. If you don't believe me. Just got it. She's a stalker. Did you just see that, Kelly? Who subscribed to my YouTube channel? Well, my sub count's going up, guys. Yes, unfortunately, Christy will. Yes, unfortunately. I ain't got nothing better to do on a Friday night. Kind of sad. I know it, Carol Luke. I know. Believe me, I know. If you want to, True Psych War, how are you tonight? I couldn't bust a grape. We need to bring True Psych Ward on alive. But guys, I'm the one with the problem now. Remember that. Oh yes, Camo Country Girl. We have a different game plan now on the channel. Oh, I'm sorry, Kelly. True Psych Ward, have you not seen my reputation lately? I've been getting public execution anyway. But I'll tell you this, it's not like I just give a shit. I don't give a shit. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. It's me. We're the cats on a range, True Psych Ward. The cats on the range. Hello, everyone. I think it's hilarious. Love it. I like this. I have to put this up on the screen. Oh, dear. Probably reading my emails as we speak. With her forehead scrunched up and all them deep lines everywhere. Okay, if you say so. But you're sitting there watching, right? True psych ward, yes, we do need to bring lobotomies back and bust some grapes. Very true. I'm nobody's fool. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Now, children. Yeah, very true, Jerry. We heard her say it several times. Oh, don't get me wrong, Robin. Me too. I have to wait till she comments, Kimberly. My favorite band? I don't know. I don't really have a favorite band. I've noticed the older I've got, I don't really listen to a lot of music anymore. Who's your favorite band, Jeannie? Mine is Pink Floyd and David Gilmour. Oh, yeah, I know. Very good point, Lara. Very good point. She probably wanted to sign up for notifications. Oh, Leonard Skinner. Maynard. Five-finger death punch. Oh, Lord. And we have Dr. B in the room, guys. I don't know if I should have said that or not. If I shouldn't have said that, I apologize. But I think you're a lot like me, True Psych. You don't give a shit, and I don't either. Put some clothes on. I'm just glad the the people that own this apartment complex keep letting me use the kitchen. That's what I'm thankful for today. No, I haven't heard of them, Ange. I'll have to give them a listen. Same here, True Psych Ward. I don't give a shit, Mom. I don't know, Lynn Levinlight. Just because you talk about something don't mean you give a shit about it. Beastie Boys. Boy, the Beastie Boys used to be pretty good back in the day. You wake up late for school and you don't want to go. I know, Kelly. Pitch a tent and borrow someone's kitchen. No, I mean, I understand what you're saying, Lynn Lebanon. I'm not trying to disagree with you. It's all good. Who? Yeah, I like Skid Row. 18 in Life. I Remember You. That was a good one. Skid Row was pretty popular when I was in junior high school. And you know, Skid Row is still, well, it's Sebastian Bach now. They're, touring. My boss, well, my former boss, he actually went to a show not long ago here close. It's all good in the hood. I've heard that. Thank you, Tammy Nelson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm not borrowing a kitchen. That was a joke. I do like Imagine Dragons, Stephanie. Imagine Dragons are pretty good. A monster, a monster. I like that one song. Take me to church, I worship like a dog. Shine your light. Larry, I'd say we're probably about the same age. I'm not going to say anything like that. Hosier. I like Hosier. Hello, Norma. I'm 43. Black Sabbath. I'm 15, everyone. 30. Jeannie says 43 next Tuesday. 50 in 6 weeks. Exactly, Jerry. I'll just put it to you like this, guys. I'm so old. When God said, "Let there be light," I flipped the switch. February 20th. I have a real good friend. His birthday is on the 20th. Do you remember who said the 20th? I gotta go back and look now. Elysian. Do you remember February 20th, 2002 at 20:02 hours or 2020 hours? 20:02. It was 20:02, 20:02, 20:02. That's the only time we'll ever see time line up like that in our lifetimes. If that makes sense to you guys. So basically on February 20th, 2002 at 20:02, which is 8:02 p.m., it would be 20:02, 20:02, 20:02. Heck yeah, Lady Hawk. We flipped the switch together, don't you remember? You said, flip the switch, and I flipped the switch. And age is just a number, guys. It's just a number. You're only as old as you feel. Yeah, we talked on that yesterday, Tashi and Dee, and we went over it a little bit tonight. You know, the fact that he was pronounced dead. They said that they pretty much just kept him alive on life support till his family got in from Greece, pretty much, and then the family made the decision to donate his organs. Guess the rest of us a bit older made the damn switch. You're welcome. Thank you, Cheryl. If you hadn't made the switch, we couldn't have flipped it. Yeah, we read it earlier, True Psych Ward. We had it up earlier on the live, and we read it out, actually. True Psych, we actually put a question up on my Facebook page asking if you was in need of an organ transplant. And, for instance, you was going to get an organ donation from someone, perhaps like Fotis Dulos. Would you want to know it? If you knew it, would you still want the organ? Basically, just an open-ended question. So it's on there if you want to go answer that question. It wasn't me, Kelly. I didn't block her. Oh, Carol, you do not. Hush. When you go back and hello, Shelligan, we love you too. Okay, you talking about True Psych Ward? Well, you're going to get back in, True Psych Ward. That had to be just an accident. We're going to put you back in because we like you. We like you a lot. We like you a lot. You like busting grapes with us. You're another cat on the range. Yeah, I know. I seen that hippie soul. That's not good, is it? Yeah, Tashi. We covered that a little bit earlier too. We didn't cover it much. We basically been free rolling it this evening, just talking about pretty much whatever. But we went over a few of those things, the Daybell children and stuff like that. So Pauline says, and I did not know this, that so short on donors, someone dies every 5 minutes waiting on an organ. I didn't know that. I would have never guessed it would be that often. To be honest with you, Tashi, on the Peyton Houston case, I honestly felt like she was deceased. I've felt like a couple other cases where the person was deceased and they end up being deceased. For some reason, I do not get the feeling that the Daybell children are deceased. I don't know why I get that feeling, but I do. Oh gosh, Tamara, so sorry to hear that. Jeez. Sorry to hear that, Tamara. I don't know if I think they're in a cult. I think, those religious sects spelled sects, sects, where they're like a community and it's a gated community or whatever. If something tells me that they're staying with somebody high up in this religion, that's just the feeling I get. I don't know why, I just do. And they're saying that this Lori Daybell, now that she's married to Chad Daybell, she believes that she's the reincarnated Jesus Christ. Did I read that right? I believe that's what it said. And if that's the case, wow. Guys, look at the video when she walks up to her door. You tell me if you can see it following her from inside. Now, I'm no expert, but I don't think they can follow your every move. I don't know. No, I'm not saying the Mormon Church necessarily sat and be Simone. I'm saying a religious sect is what I think. Not necessarily a Mormon, but it might be like a spin-off of the Mormon religion. And I don't know that for a fact. That's just the gut feeling that I get. I get the gut feeling that these children are alive. Oh, is it, Sweet Bilby? Well, I'm telling you right now, I didn't know that. That's just my gut feeling. Holy crap, guys. We've been on almost 2 hours. Time flies when you're having fun. Poor Sam doesn't know that. He left, remember? He had to announce to the room that he was gone. Guys, it's boring. I'm out. Listening to the Monk's crew just driving to the beach. Must be nice going to the beach. It's actually sleeting here, Ange. It's been a really dreary day. It was foggy. It was close to freezing, but it wasn't freezing, so it was raining. And it was foggy. It was just a dreary day. Hey, Don, I'm actually growing it out. I can actually twist it now. I mean, it's not great, but I can twist it. If I had some beeswax to put in it. What do you think? Well, thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. We believe that people are having what is called, now known as, beard envy. They want to grow a beard, but they can't. Okay, I can't handle that. Beard envy. It's actually a disease, guys. Look it up. No, not really, Lynn Love and Light. It actually works as kind of like a insulation. It keeps you cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter, to be honest with you. All right, guys. It's been 2 hours. I think I'm going to run. Maybe. Let me see what temperature is here. It's actually went up in temperature here. It's actually 43 degrees now. Well, I think I'll smoke one more cigarette since I'm a chain smoker, and then I will go. How about that? He's a chain smoker, a chain smoker. He doesn't give a shit. Oh, good Lord. Good night, Carol. You have a good night. Smoke one with me, and then we'll go. You know, Don, there is a lot of people saying that they're not getting notifications for the live. So I don't know. It's going to be in the 60s early next week. Dang. I might stop smoking one day. Who knows? Time will tell, right? High five, Braun. High five, Carol. Oh, that cigarette's good, man. And it's a Marlboro, too. I don't smoke that cheap shit. Hell no. Marlboros, all the way. The only thing I can suggest if you're not getting notifications is that you unsubscribe and then resubscribe and reset your notifications. That's the only thing I can think of that might change anything. Just menthol cigarettes are being banned in Massachusetts in June, or all cigarettes, Ellen? You know, I've heard all my life, I don't know if it's true or not, I've always heard that menthol cigarettes have fiberglass in them. And I don't know if that's true or not. Christy, they actually make beard shampoo. And I wash it every day with beard shampoo. Just FYI. I'm in Kentucky, Sweet Bilby, and a pack of Marlboros cost $6.40 right now. I guess you could use regular shampoo, Christy, but I don't know. I just buy beard shampoo. I don't know. I guess you could. I mean, I don't know. True Psych says there's a study she read a few years ago that said smokers who smoke menthols are less likely to get lung cancer. I don't know. So, question, why are menthols being banned and not? Patty, we watched a video. We watched the video about the stepmom being interviewed on the 11-year-old boy missing in Colorado. If you go back and watch the live after it's over here, we kind of collectively as a group think there's something odd about her video, but as we've learned in the past, you can't go on, how someone acts in a media interview. $94. That's warm. Megan, are you on my Facebook page, True Crime Files? We have the note posted there on the True Crime Files page. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate that. That's kind of you to say. Okay, Megan, send me an email at bronmoxley@gmail.com and just put your YouTube name in the subject line if it's different on your email, and I'll shoot you a copy of the suicide note, if that's all right with you. Well, join away, Lady Hawk. Join away. $130 people watching. How many thumbs down? We got 23 thumbs down, 25 thumbs down. We need to get some more thumbs down, guys. Please hit the thumbs down button. Thank you, Joanne. Yep, bronmoxley@gmail.com. If you shoot me an email, just put your YouTube name in the subject line so I'll know it's you, so I'll know what to send. It's called True Crime Files. You'll have to send me or Kelly or Sarah a Facebook message first, Lady Hawk, because we've made the group private for now. It might not be permanently, but it is for now. Oh, that's okay, Ange. They can have beard envy. Oh, believe me, Christy. Believe me. I'm here to stay. Believe that, mate. Kelly said she just made it visible temporarily. Okay. Yep, thumbs up, thumbs down. Doesn't matter to me. Actually, today I'm asking for thumbs down because it's opposite day. So, thank you, True Psych Ward. I'm so glad you're coming back. I don't know. I can't check right now, Elysian, but I'll check as soon as the live's over. My cigarette's almost gone, so I'm almost done. Oh, yeah. That's a good cigarette. Good Marlboro. I only smoke the best. Guys, we will see you tomorrow night. Hey, I might be on earlier tomorrow night. Tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. But I'll definitely be on by 7:30. And actually, it probably will be later because my daughter has a competition tomorrow. So I plan on going to that. So it probably will be later in the day. But thank you guys for spending part of your evening with me. I appreciate it more than you know. It's been a great live. There'll be more great lives to come, believe me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Love you guys. And it is bronmoxley@gmail.com. Good night, guys. I love you guys.